I'm Pastor Jake. We're in the prophet series. Our next prophet is Jacob. Now Jacob, he's kind of a character. When he first gets born, as soon as he's born, he's got a twin named Esau was born before him. Well, when Esau was coming out, Jacob was holding on to his heel. The second thing Jacob does is Esau comes out from the field and he's about to die of hunger. And Jacob says, well, I'll give you some porridge if you'll sell me your birthright. Well, after this, Esau's kind of mad at Jacob. He sells his birthright because he thinks, well, I'm not going to need it. I'm fixing to die of hunger, so why do I need that anyways? So he sells it to Jacob. And that's not the only thing Jacob does. He turns around, and when his dad's about to die, he gets his blessing, his brother's blessing, because he dresses up like his brother. Him and his mom makes a scheme. And so then his mother says, well, Esau's going to kill you now, so you need to run. So he runs to his Uncle Laban's. Well, it was at Uncle Laban's, he meets Rachel, which is his Uncle Laban's daughter, and he decides that he wants to marry her. So his uncle says, well, you worked for me 7 years and I'll let you marry her. Well, he winds up tricking him into marrying another daughter, the older daughter, because it has to go in order. That's just the way their custom was. Well, then he goes another 7 years to marry Rachel, and then he got to get some cattle, which he's been working for him all these years. He goes supposed to go another 7 years. Well, in the 20th year of that, or the 6th year of that, he decides that he's running. He takes all his family, packs up, and takes off. Well, during this journey, he's coming back and he finds out that his brother Esau is coming to meet him. So this is one thing that's kind of scaring him. So he goes off by himself, and that night he wrestles with God. He actually physically wrestles with God. Well, he winds up throwing his hip out. Well, at the morning, you know, that God says, you know, that he's going to change his name. He's going to change his name from Jacob to Israel. Well, this not only thing is that Jacob has 12 sons with his wives and concubines, and one of his sons is Joseph, and we'll talk about him a little later on. That Joseph could interpret dreams. Well, his brother decides to get rid of him, and they sell him off down to Egypt. Well, when a famine hits, Jacob winds up sending his family down to Egypt, and then they wind up all moving down to Egypt before it's over with. And Jacob blesses the family, and that's where Jacob dies. You know, the character of Jacob is something else. The things he's doing, scheming, the things he done with his uncle, you know, it's a great read. It starts out, I think, in chapter 25 of Genesis, and goes to like 35, I think, or something like that. And it's a great read. You'll love reading about him. You know, we want to get in these prophets. We want to see how these people live, because we see they're not perfect either, but God still loved them, and God still was with them.